Peace. I'm back. This will be part 3 of my horror movie collection, and I believe this is gonna be the last one. So hope you guys enjoy it. Peace. Oh, hope you guys enjoyed the first two. And if you did, leave comments down there. Um, Let me know what you guys think. You know what I mean? What movies you liked, what movies you haven't seen. If you like them, go check them out, go peep them. Without further ado, here's my last collection of movies. Starting with Jacob's Ladder. This is a very good movie, very underrated film. Is with Tim Robbins. Yeah, Tim Robbins. Um, I wouldn't call this a horror film. This is more a psychological thriller, but I put it under the horror collection. But it's about a Vietnam vet who keeps having like nightmares and the obvious post traumatic stress disorder, and his inner demons is just fucking with him. It's a really dark movie. It's a must have in your collection. This is considered a classic. Jacob's Ladder, released in 1990. Terror Train, released in 1980. This is, in my opinion, this is one of my favorite slasher films. I feel like it doesn't really get a lot of praise. It's about, how should I put this? Make you if you like Halloween mixed with Amtrak, and you pretty much have Terror Train. Pretty much what's cool about this film, for all my magic magician fanatics out there, you'll see a young David Copperfield in this film. It's a pretty dope film, must have in your collection. And from what I heard, they're gonna come out with the remake of this movie. With these bloody remakes, man, like, Jesus Christ. Whatever, man. Hopefully it's good, because the last couple of remakes haven't been really good, with the exception of I Spit in Your Grave. That was actually pretty good, which I don't have in my collection. I will get. Then we have 1980 Maniac. I reviewed this a couple of months back. Pretty dope film, man. Like, it's a must have in your collection. Definitely a video nasty. Definitely got in a lot of controversy, But crazy story about this film is that they were supposed to do a sequel to this movie, but from what I researched, is that the film, Joe Spinelli couldn't get enough funds, for the film, so he couldn't make the movie. But sadly, in 1989, they was gonna shoot the sequel, but he died of cause he bled to death pretty much. He was anemic, you know what I mean. So I think like they were saying like he bled to death or some shit like that. I forgot. I think it explains in the documentary that's in this film called the Joe what's it called, the Joe Spinell story, which is pretty much a documentary of Joe Spinell. So must have in your collection. From what I heard, in the 30th anniversary of this movie, it actually shows portions of Maniac Part 2. And when I was researching about this movie, I found out they're gonna do a remake of this movie again. Well, not again, but they was gonna do a remake of this movie again with the remakes. But what troubled me about the remake, alright, first they said it was gonna do Tom Sizemore, which I had no problem with, because Tom Sizemore, he's a very good actor, and but I guess because of his drug abuse problems, I'm pretty sure you guys seen VH1's Celebrity Rehab. He's in he's in that season or whatever. Is the reason why they didn't film him, but instead they gave the role to Elijah Woods. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, no disrespect to Elijah Woods, I like him, but he's not that type of actor, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, yes, the same Elijah Woods that was in The Good Son, that was in Lord of the Rings. Like, it doesn't fit him. Like, he's not that type of actor, you know what I mean? I just don't see him How it's gonna go, I don't know. We'll see. You know, we'll see and find out. But I checked it on Wikipedia to make sure. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. But yeah, man. So they said as of November 4th, which is yesterday, they started they're gonna start filming the movie later this year, and then have Elijah Wood as the leading role to play as Frank Zito. So, oh my god, I don't know how I feel about that, but you know, whatever. Maniac, released in 1980, must have in your collection. The Fog, classic movie by John Carpenter, must have in your collection. Let me tell you guys, do not, under no like I said about Prom Night, I'm gonna tell you again, under no circumstances, do not go and buy the remake. The remake sucks ass. I mean, if you don't watch the remake, you know, catch it on cable or some shit like that, or Netflix. But even I wouldn't waste my hard-earned money on that, you know what I mean? Just wait for it to come on cable, which it has done before, but you know, you guys know what I mean. I wouldn't buy it, but this is not the exception with this. This one is actually pretty good. You know, dope score, you know, good suspense, nice kills, all that good stuff. The Fog, released in 1980, John Carpenter, must have in your collection. Pieces. This is a very good movie. It's about a killer that has a chainsaw. It kills people and picks jigsaw puzzles out of their body parts. You know what I mean? Pretty dope film. They just re-released this a couple years ago, but even that's a little hard to find. But I'm gonna definitely go look for that. If not, I might have to go on Amazon or on the internet to buy that shit. You know what I mean? But obviously this is the bootleg of Pieces. This was released in 1983. Definitely a must-have in your collection. Dope kills. Then we got Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. This is a must-have in your collection. It's about a serial killer, Henry, played by Michael Rooker. Definitely another underrated actor. This takes place in Chicago, actually. Very disturbing film. You know, got this guy, Henry, just got out of jail, a serial killer, and his crimey, you know, the guy that he met in jail, Otis. Obviously he doesn't have a place to stay, but Otis has a sister that stay in the city of Chicago in an apartment, so they staying together and stuff. You know, they stay at her apartment, Otis's sister's apartment and stuff like that, and then you know they go on a killing spree and stuff like that. So it's a good movie. It's very disturbing. A lot of hints of incest in the movie. Like, it's really sick. It's a sick film. But if you like bugged out movies, this is a must-have in your collection. Very gory, very disturbing. Must-have. I believe they have part 2, but I haven't seen that one yet. I want to see that. I want to see how that goes. Released in 1986, but it wasn't released until 1989. Toby Hooper's Toolbox Murders. This is a remake of the original Toolbox Murders. This was released in 2003. I got this by accident because the guy that used to live with, my roommate that used to live with me, because I would have given money to order the movies. That's how I got some of these movies, anyways. He ordered the wrong one, and I wanted the original, but this came. But then I ended up watching it. It was pretty good, you know. Obviously, you know, it's very different from the original. This one is like a more, you know, zombie-like, you know, kind of a monster, kind of like a Jason type of creature. But the kills are dope kills. Must have in your collection. It's pretty good. He Knows You're Alone. You know, pretty much, it's okay. You know, it's your typical stalker film. You know, stuff like that. And what's interesting about this film is that this is actually Tom Hanks' first movie that he ever done. So, a little trivia right there. He Knows You're Alone, released in 1980. Then you got The Hills Have Eyes. I reviewed this along with Hills Have Eyes Part 2. This is the original, released in 1977. This one is pretty good. The scare factor is good. The score is dope by Don Peake, like I told you before, who's responsible for the Knight Rider TV series from the 80s, the classic. Must have in your collection. This is Wes Craven's, I would say, his second film, because remember I told you The Hills, not The Hills, The Last House on the Left was his first film. You know what I mean? So obviously this is before Nightmare on Elm Street and you know, Scream and movies like that. You know, definitely not for everybody's taste, but you know, if you're a Wes Craven fan, you must have that in your collection. The Hills Have Eyes. This is the bare bones edition, by the way. Definitely gonna get the Blu-ray edition, and I heard it's pretty good. The sound is pretty crisp, you know. So whatever that is, I get PS3, whatever. Give me 1 second. They got Argento's Opera, released in 1987. It's a good film. It's not his best, but it's pretty good. It's about you know, it takes place in an opera theater, you know, stuff like that. There's a crazed fan, you know, that's obsessed with this actress, and then you know, he'll do anything just to get closer, but he just ends up killing people and stuff like that, you know, stuff like that. It's a dope film. Must have in your collection. By the way, I have the double disc edition. It comes with the movie. This is the limited edition, which comes with the movie and it comes with the soundtrack. But what's crazy is that when I ordered this one, the movie didn't work, but the CD did, which was kind of crazy. But and that kind of pissed me off, so I had to reorder the movie. You know, so that's why I got 2 copies of Opera, Dario Argento's Opera. Then we got Deathdream. This was Deathdream. This was released in 1972. Pretty dope film. It's about a Vietnam veteran that died in Vietnam. You know how it is back in the day. You know, they didn't have internet or whatever, so they would send soldiers to you know, the soldiers that died. They would go to their families and tell them that, you know, their son or daughter died in the war or whatever. In this case, it was a son, whatever. You know, the soldier told the family that he died or whatever. But all of a sudden, you know, there was a scene that the son just came out of nowhere, but they were all shocked, saying like, "Oh, you know," they thought he was dead, but they was happy. They were happy that he was dead, that he was alive. You know, that he was, you know, he was just being himself. But you know, he was staying in the basement, but then he just didn't become himself no more. Like he would be just like all you know, isolated towards everybody. Like he was beat to himself. You know, he just started going crazy, man, and he just, you know, he just started going crazy. He became like a zombie-like creature. You know what I mean? Not a creature, but he just became zombie-like, and it's such a dope movie, you know. So must have in your collection. So it's like military. It's like a military movie military slasher, if you want to call it that. You know what I mean? It's one of those by Bob Clark of Black Christmas and Christmas Story fame. Sorority House. Nothing to it. It's just, it follows the same formula as excuse me, as Slumber Party Massacre, the first one. You know, the main character in the source in the sorority, she's starting to have nightmares and stuff like that, about the killer that's after her and stuff like that. The killer, just like the first one, is an escaped mental patient, you know, on a killing spree and stuff like that. So as you can see, the killer right here with the knife and the girl changing and stuff like that. It's an okay movie, you know. Thought I'd just pick it up, you know, just from the Sorority House Massacre series. Then we got Midnight. This movie's okay. It's not bad. Very low budget. This movie's about a girl. She maybe in her mid. No, I think she's 17 or 18. Like between 17 and 19. if I'm not mistaken, because I watched the movie a couple weeks ago, and it's about a girl that runs away from home because her stepfather um tried to rape her, pretty much, and he knocked her out. I mean, she knocked him out and stuff like that, and then after that, she meet these two guys, that by the way, the movie takes place, I think, in somewhere in Pennsylvania, I think like Pittsburgh or something like that. And like they meet these two guys, and then she wanted to escape. She wanted to drive to California because that's where her sister's at. But she meet these two guys, but the two guys were saying like, "Oh, we're going to Fort Lauderdale, and they're going to Fort Lauderdale in Florida." So she had no way of getting there, so her only way was to go with them. But then they there's a scene that they stole out of, because they didn't have food. They only had money for gas, but they didn't have money for groceries. So they would go to grocery to steal food. But then the cops saw that, they chased after them, and then they went to the woods, and in the woods is a family of a satanic family of satanic Satanists, excuse me, satanic cult and stuff like that. They would capture people, kill them and drink their blood and all that type of shit, that type of ordeal. So this is Midnight, released in 1982. And the last movie is The Exorcist III. This is the real sequel to the first one, because the first one is a classic. Everybody knows that. The second one, don't even bother. That one is the worst sequel in the world. Like, put it like this: I would rather watch the Exorcism of Emily Rose over Exorcist 2. That's how bad that movie is. And even Emily Rose wasn't that good. But this movie is okay, It's definitely underrated, but has I don't know, I don't remember too much of this film. But I'm gonna watch it again. But I just bought it because just to have it, you know what I mean? It was like $5 at Walmart. I bought it, you know what I mean? But this was released in 1990. Definitely, if you, unless you're a fan of Exorcist, I wouldn't even buy it. But if you want to be a completist, I'll definitely buy this film. But that's it for my horror movie collection. Hope you guys enjoy that. Hope you guys learned some stuff. If you guys, let me put the camera. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I hope you guys see some films that you were interested at. Like I said, some of these films are out of print. Some of these you can still find. Go check your mom and pop store, your thrift store, your flea markets or swap shops, or whatever you want to call it. Check on eBay, Amazon. They're out there. Just waiting for you. It's up to you to find the right avenue where to get these movies. Like I said before. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace.